This is the $100,000 water slide that I bought for my backyard, and today we're finally building it 2 years later. Long story short, I bought this water slide from a company that claimed that they were gonna take it down and teach me how to build it. Well, they dropped it off on my front doorstep, completely broken and mangled.
This is so bent. This is not even usable anymore.
And then that left me wondering how I was able to put this thing together. And after quite some time sitting on it and trying to figure out what I was gonna do, I was left not knowing what to do at all. 2 years later, I met Cody. He invited me over to his water park, and I realized that I didn't want to really build my backyard without any of my friends, and I wanted to move back to my home. And that led me to giving the water slide to the Redneck Water Park to where we are today. In the last video, we put up this entire tower, put in all of the concrete blocks, graded everything, welded up pretty much everything that was chopped up, and also cleaned up all of the fiberglass water slide pieces to get them ready to be put back together. Today, we're gonna be finishing out the rest of the downhill slope that the water slide is going to transfer into, where it goes from the actual water slide itself into a new one that looks like some of the water slides behind me. So let's get to work. The idea that we have now is we're gonna put together the first couple pieces of slides so we can kind of mock up the way it's gonna point, the direction wise, the elevation change, just everything. I'm gonna grab these and a couple others and start putting that together. So is it gonna bolt in right here?
So this will go up.
Yeah, right there's where it goes.
It looks like it needs to be elevated.
Really?
Yeah.
You okay?
Those are heavy.
Yeah. So while I'm over here doing this, the team is over there doing this. Because the slide was so messed up, we've been having to make our own plates on the bottom of the slides because they were literally cut right out of the concrete slabs, which allowed us to not know the elevation, and also we had no way to put them into the ground. So we got these huge plates and now we welded them to the big posts, and now we're creating holes for them to be bolted or pinned down to the concrete. And that's what we're doing now. If it goes here, I think that's perfect.
We're probably a little bit far. So I'm hoping we can.
Yeah, because it does stick out past this.
I do. I'm hoping we can do this right there.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at, but we'll find out.
Got it. This goes over here. The next one goes between. Oh, look at that, we're in luck.
So that one's got to turn. What I'm wanting to do is get our basic trajectory, right? So we can start knowing how far back to bring our materials. The next piece we're going to set, build this whole slide, is right here.
All right, so we're trimming this collar so we can reposition the angle of it. So our spit out angle is the way we want it to be. We're just gonna move it over this way just a tiny bit. Just a little safety check here. All right, for the next process, we're gonna be unloading this truck and we're gonna be building that water slide that is down by the water, which is gonna be connecting the main water slide to the second water slide, making it really universal. It's 50 feet to the tape. Felty.
Now we're going to lay the piece of plywood on top of this. There.
Oh, wow, Cody. I really like this.
We'll put a row of bumpers, we'll space them, and we'll roll our turf over the top of that.
Hello? Hi, Daddy. Right there. All right, well, for our next process, we're gonna be putting the artificial grass down here, which is gonna give us the nice soft feeling of a slip and slide. All right, so now this turf is gonna go down on the slide here. Woo! No way! That was so cool. Well, look at that, it looks great. Good job, man. All right, so the next thing we're focusing our time and attention on is putting in the next pillar here. The next post that's gonna hold all the water slide pieces. The thing is we have to match it to the other posts over there. It needs to be perfect. It needs to go back, it needs to go this way. It also needs to come up. Just leave it like right there and we'll shovel underneath it. way. My back, you f***er. All right, so now that we got the big old foundation in, I don't know why I forgot that. We're now working on the post, the next one over there, and we're gonna start putting all the arms on, just like how this one is. Once all the arms are on, we can put her on the foundation. I keep forgetting that, I don't know why.
You got it, hold it.
Yeah, go for it. There you go. Got your bolt nut ready for you. Yeah, so this process has been the same throughout all of them. Basically, we put them on, we get the level correct, everything should fit. 45 plus 45 equals 90 degrees. Quick math. Well, this is the end of day 3. We got tower 2 almost done. Get the foundation tower 2 done. Tomorrow, we'll put this in, and that's what we get to look forward to. So we have to measure from this to that on both ends and make sure they're square.
Yeah, we need to figure, yeah, I agree. We will absolutely have to do that, but I'm just curious on distance this way too. I mean, I know to go back and try to figure out what exactly square is and look at the sight line down it. How do we know how far to go this way?
I would say to know this way, you go from the flat angle of this straight down, and then you just get your square from here and square over there off that. So you just try to get these faces aligned. So right now we're just trying to get our measurements right with it going this way and this way and this way and this way. So like we'll just call this one width and call this one length for our point of view. So that's what we're trying to figure out right now.
We need to go back that way now.
So now that we have both towers up, and before we fix this one completely to the ground, we're going to start putting the water slide pieces on to mock everything up to make sure everything's fitting accordingly. Because we don't know if this distance to that distance is going to be the same from the last time that the slide was put together, because all of these fins are put in some weird spot. It looks like they've been modified or moved before. So what we're thinking is we want to make sure everything's fitting accordingly, and if we have to cut these, or if our measurements are right, or if it's angled right, like everything is off of these pieces. So that's why we're gonna put all the pieces on. So we're starting with one of the first pieces coming up right now. So that's gonna go here. Okay, we got ours on. Now yours should go right. Watch your fingers, yeah, right there. Okay, we got this somewhat on. I mean, it's somewhat close. It's like the flanges that go out was just wild. Should I grab a couple bolts and start mocking it together?
Try it.
That's good, snug now. It just needs to go a little bit more this way. That's why, here, watch. Right there, that's where it sits. If that's where it needs to be, then we're okay.
Let's get the bases welded on at this point. Because we can move the collars, right?
Yeah.
This was one of the big mysteries. We got that measurement, so we should be in pretty good shape there.
All right, so now they're gonna grab that triple water slide piece and put it on right there in that spot. This is crazy. The fact that I bought this thing as messed up as it was and it's now turning into this is crazy. This is really exciting for this to be coming together now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's good.
Now.
Good, now down.
Down.
Oh.
Where do we hit?
So, hey, in. He needs to go that way. He needs to go out.
We need the whole thing to roll is the problem. So we need to we almost need to choke it, like standing upright. This whole thing's kind of a guesstimation.
Yeah, it's redneck engineering.
There we go. I'm good over here now.
Okay. It's literally about to slip in. Pull this towards us. Yeah, there you go. Watch your fingers. Okay, good. There we go. Yeah, baby. Oh. Okay, we got this one in. Dude, this is crazy. Look at how many, look, we got them all together. The only thing we're gonna say, Cody, is it's gonna leak slightly through every single crack here, but you don't care about that. All right, so what we're talking about right now is just how tough it's gonna be to be able to put this all up while we're super high in the sky. When it's up there, we're gonna have to be in a basket, and then trying to be able to put it all together and line it up and then weld it one at a time for each person. It's just gonna take a lot of tedious work. And then now we're deciding that we're probably not gonna do the heavy duty caulking on it. That's what you're supposed to do. They would use heavy duty like glue in it, and then they would like do something that wouldn't allow the water to leak through, but we're just gonna put caulking through this. And if the water leaks through, it leaks through. But I think the most important thing is making sure that this level is higher than this. So like if you're going downstairs, it goes like this. So you don't like run into the slide. Because if this slide was higher, your butt would run into it and then it would like scrape your butt, and you don't want that feeling. So I think that's the most specific thing we have to do on all of these. So now we have to just watch out for those small little details.
I wonder when we get it tweaked, because our holes are so tight, we're not gonna have a lot of play, right?
Yeah, we can always re-drill holes, and that's kind of what they did. So consider that. In our flanges, we can re-drill. So we don't have to re-weld, we can just re-drill into the fiberglass.
Yeah.
So, and that's one thing we were really worried about in this, is we're having to re-weld all of these flanges here and move them to where we need to go. But if we can get them close, we can just drill new holes, which is probably why these have so many holes in them. Okay, well, I just really hurt my finger just now, pretty bad. Bolt and the washer just got seized together, and I was trying to break it loose, and the wrench flew around, smacked my finger so hard, I don't know if I broke it or not. Ow. So, yeah, I'm just kind of sitting out right now, trying to see what I can do to at least help while broken. All right, so we got this middle piece, which is supposed to go between each tower. We're gonna put that up. My finger really hurts, so I'm just super out of it right now. That's perfect. This is fucking wild. I need boom out over here.
Boom out.
Mine's good over here. Yours just needs to come down. Wow. I can literally walk down the water slide. The thing is, it needs to go a little bit more to the right. Like it needs to spin. Yeah, like that. There you go.
That was easy. I wish they all that like that.
Looks like everything's really going smoothly from here on out, which is kind of good. Come on, you bitch. All right, next day now. Finger still hurts. Can't do as much, but we're just picking up the fiberglass stuff, so it's not gonna be as hard. We're gonna start moving this on top of the tower and just continue adding more slide pieces. All right, it's time to party. Come back up a little bit. Yeah, pick it up. There you go. Okay, I wanna try to get a couple bolts in it. Here you go. Okay, right there, stop. Bro, we can work with that. It's closest right here, hold on. Can you hear that? That's the closest right there. Go to that one right there. I can see it. Now hold it there, I'm gonna move it. 2 more, got it. Hey, you let me know what you need, Daddy will give it.
So after consistently running into the problem of it kind of not lining up right, Cody just took a look at it and just realized that, you know, we could just be supporting it in any other way than trying to match it completely back to what it used to be. We don't need it to pass a certain OSHA standard. We just needed to pass the redneck standard. And so all we have to do is make it work. Today is day 6 of building the water slide. Main objective today is to get the 3rd tower up. This is a transit, is what we were using earlier to find the level we need in order for that to be the right height. So everything lines up. But I'm gonna get out there, get to work, and start building this water slide. The one I've always dreamed of. Now that they got it where they wanted, they're now gonna bury it into the ground, kind of like how they did with this one over here. Flush into the ground, even though this one is like, I think it's like 7 or 8 inches higher than that one, almost a foot. Pretty crazy. Is this where it's gonna go?
Yeah, that's 20 feet from center to center. Kind of bizarre. It seems like it should be further away, doesn't it?
No, actually I was watching videos. Yeah. When the arm hangs over, it's almost directly above it. Yep. It is, so I mean, if you look at where that's going through.
It's all directly above.
All right, next step is to put the pole into the ground here. Got it?
Come down.
Good boy, come on. What the f? That's crazy. All right, stop. I would say I have to undo that strap. Slowly, you have a man inside the vehicle. Super big moment here. Okay, stop. The whole pole we were working on is completely moving now. I think it's good. It is gigantic. It's so tall. Think I can get this on? Oh, Did I get it? I got it? Okay, sick. This needs to point this way. It's pointing directly straight at this one. God damn. So this has been our heaviest piece yet that we've worked with, and it's really hard for us to get it to exactly where we want it to go. We already have like a stencil of where we want it to be at, but we just can't get it over this far, because whenever we go over that far, the whole thing spins and then that thing's out of alignment.
I think we're about right where we want to be.
We are very close.
A little bit more. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, wow. Whole thing's level now. Oh my God. The tower is now standing by itself. That is crazy. All right, so now that this tower is up and all the posts are getting welded, I'm gonna be going over and we're gonna be grabbing the next straight piece of the water slide to attach from the new tower we put on to the water slide to be connected to, so. He could put bolts in on the bottom, it just needs to kind of tilt up. Yeah, just wanna hand me a bolt sack. Oh, he's a fucking hot. Look at that, that's fucking crazy, bro. What the f? Oh my God, that's so crazy. All right, so now that we got that piece installed up there, we're putting together all of these corner pieces, and then we're gonna pick them up with a telehandler and then slowly set them down, and we're gonna bolt it in. These things are really hard to just put together on the ground, so even up in the air, it would just be super hard. So us doing it on the ground now, it just makes it 1,000 times easier, so yeah. All right, so the next piece that's going in is the one that connects to 1, 2, 3. So the 3 turns on the water slide. It's just crazy. So got all the stuff and we're about to put it in. Water slide delivery. God, if this fell on my head, it fucking hurt. Cody was just saying that this is the easy part. The tough part's about to come for the next one. That's gonna be going up like right there in that area.
Those tight radiuses and everything fractured.
Yeah.
Plus we're a lot farther off the ground.
Yeah.
They're limiting our equipment's ability to get up to that elevation to work off of stuff.
Yeah. Hey, does that hurt you at all?
You do lose feeling in your legs after a minute.
Yeah, I've done that too.
All 3 of them?
After quite some time, we were able to bolt the water slide pieces to each other, and then we moved back over to the shaded area to continue the process of doing what we were just doing. He needs to bring this closer, yeah. Nobody fucking move. Nobody move a damn fucking muscle. Okay, we got 2 in. Yeah, we'll bring that up a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for. She's all together. Here she is. Yes. Oh. I'll line you up. You should be lined up about right here. Can you show him that this spot is the closest right here?
Yeah, he's at that. He's just finding any holes right now.
He needs to bring his bucket up if you want to get to that one then. I don't know how we're that far apart. Oh, wait.
It's rotated. Everything's got to rotate. When we start picking up,
call it a day. So for the next video, we're gonna be putting in the next pole, which right now they're putting in the slab in. This is wild. It's wild to see this all come together, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm so ecstatic about it. So tomorrow we're gonna have some issues on trying to get this thing together. We've got a bent piece of arm for the bracing that is completely bent up. We do have to watch out for any of these water slide pieces that are cracked and trying to put them up. We also need to get the next slab up. We also need to get the tower up, and we also have a party going on the 4th of July, which is probably 3 weeks from now, because it's June 15th, and we've got a lot of work to do in order for this slide to be ready for people to go down, including the painting, the sanding, the fiberglass fixing, the bolting it all together, including the bottom and the whole slide that goes into the water. Got a little bit of work to do, but I'm excited.